Hello guys, hope you're all okay this evening. So, just a quick tabletop chat and hobby update and just a general update and anything to do with the role playing and the miniatures, tabletop miniatures, etc, etc. So, first thing I want to do is say a massive thank you to a Mr. Martin Hansen, who follows my channel. He was unfortunately diagnosed with type 1 diabetes not long ago, and he's been having to handle that, so I hope that's going okay, mate. And he basically has sent a lovely message to me saying that him and his wife have started painting figures again and things like that, and he's been inspired by my channel, so he wanted to send me a gift, which, you know, I'm just glad that he's enjoying the channel and it can help him through his diabetes and such. But he insisted and he sent us a couple of items, so I just wanted to say a big thank you to him. So thank you, Martin. And basically he sent us a dwarf champion because he loves the dwarf army I've got, if you can see it there. And also he sent us a dwarf anvil. I'll just show you there. You've got like two guards and two guards there, one there, one there. Let's see if I can get it assembled for you. Yeah, so it's a bit precarious, guys. It needs all fitting in and everything, but you can see the dwarf smith there. He's got some arms there. Got the anvil there, and you've got the two guards and basically the footplate leading up the anvil. So really great few miniatures, and obviously the anvil. As I say, thanks again, mate. Really appreciate it, and you really didn't have to, but I hope you keep enjoying the channel. So the next thing was, if for anyone who's been following my World's Largest Dungeon, which they're now out of, so it's now just loosely connected to the World's Largest Dungeon, but it's going to be overland based and it's going to be its own game, so it's just Dungeons and Dragons now. But if anyone's been following it, they'll have noticed there's a new member in the party, which is this guy, right, who is basically Frederick, and he is a necromancer. Now, I didn't think the figure matched, you know, a necromancer. It's more like you know, like a grand arcanist, or just a, you know, like a grand invoker, or just a general magician in general. So what I did was, while I was at my mate Martin, who you've seen on the videos, he kindly let me dip into his bits box. So on Thursday, got this guy knocked up, did a conversion on him. He had a sword there, cut that off. Got an old skeleton spear, drilled through, right through, put a pin through, cut the spear in half, took the top off, and the same skeleton, I took his head off, and that's the tip of the spear. That's going to be all like bronze, like tinish, and it'll have like the rust effect, the I can't remember what it's called now, the greenish effect on it. And then I stuck a gravestone on it, put some like sandy grey sand under it. That's going to be basically moss in there. I'm going to make tenant in the moss. So yeah, if anyone knows if this is the old necromancer, I'm not sure if it's a GW figure on it, one of the old figures, because I wouldn't mind finding out, to be honest, in case I ever use him while I'm at Warhammer World or something. And obviously they don't let you use non-GW stuff. So if anyone does know if that's an old figure, please let us know in the comments. So yeah, that's going to be his new character getting painted up. Got him assembled, took a lot of stuff to get him all the flash off. There's quite a lot of flash in it and that. And did do some painting. Not much, guys, but for me, loads, because it was 3 character models I did. The first one I did, and I'll do stills at the end, and I'll obviously put the Brilliant Can, I'll have their music on at the end as per normal. I did him, if I can just see if he focuses. Whoa. Yeah, I did him anyway, get a screen at the end of him. I'd already done him, but what I did was I basically, he had a brown cloak and like robes. His sword was completely different, and his skin and everything. So what I did was, and his base, I completely removed his base, started all over again, put a new base on him, done the robes red instead of brown, and redid his flesh completely from new. So yeah, that was him done. Then there was my actual goblin leader for the for my Monkland Grots thing for my skirmish. So that's him done now. Got the little Wharton. See if I can clear him up as well. No, it's not one and out. As I say, I'll do stills at the end. He's got his little wart on the end of his nose, and I did his staff. I did 3 tones on the staff. I did an orange edge highlight just to finish the top of the staff off. No, it was 4 tones, sorry. I actually did 4 tones on the staff. And yeah, so he's all done. Did him in blue. Traditionally it would be yellow, but because they're called, the unit's called, I've called them the Blood Moon Brigade, and I thought the red sort of like blood effect, but then the moon night, instead of being yellow, I'd have it like a blue edging on the edge of his robes. So that's him done. So that's my leader done. And then I've done my son's leader for his dwarves. So on that as well, I changed the angle of the staff. I had to pin it as well, because it kept on falling off because it's really heavy on the end. So same thing, I drilled right through, pinned it. It's going nowhere now. And then when we dwarf, for my son's dwarf army, used the dwarf from the looks really dark there. It's not as dark as that in the flesh, but I used the dwarf from the old Warhammer box set, and obviously he's pouncing off the back of a goblin there, and I pinned him as well, pinned him on the back of the goblin. So you got his cheeky little backside showing there. Yeah, I did a 4-tone shade for his flesh, and it looks really dark. That's a lot darker than it is in the actual, because of the lighting or whatever. And then did 2 tones on his for the axe, for the blood, one a dry type and one blood for the blood god. So yeah, so that's him done there. I'll do stills like I said at the end. So that's his goblin leader. That's his dwarf leader done for his skirmish army. So I just need to do my wife's Sylvaneth branch witch, which I'll get done this week. And then the chaos guy, whoever I decide to pin for the chaos. But so I might even actually, if he's a GW figure, I might actually use him for the skirmish as well, and do a little like undead army. So we'll have to see on that. Other general updates, as I say, the lads are out of the World's Largest Dungeon now. I've got another video to edit where they have a big massive fight with the old octopus, which is obviously which is a dark mantle, a larger dark mantle. I sort of like ad hoc'd it for big fight with that. So I've got that video to come, and then they basically leave the dungeon at the end of the session, and then I'll put a screen of the map that they're going to, because I've made my own map as well. I'll put that on the end of the World's Largest Dungeon video. And then yeah, we've got a caravan session away about April the 6th or something like that. There's the Gamescom coming up at Birmingham, so I'll be going to that. So definitely meeting up with Josie, hopefully meet up with Blackjack Legacy, Josie from Green Stuff Games, and whoever else is there, guys. Really looking forward to seeing you. And then we've got I don't know whether I've touched on this in any other videos, but for 3 years running we did booked this cottage up at a place called Farndale, which is up on the North Yorkshire Moors. Really beautiful. It's called the Old Cart House. Really beautiful cottage. And we had like long weekends there, so we'd go like from Thursday tea time-ish, play all day, like all night Thursday night till 1, 2 o'clock, all day Friday and all night Friday, all day Saturday, all night Saturday, all day Sunday, come home Sunday night. Really long gaming session. We've given it a miss one of the years, but it's back on this year, but it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday this time, no Thursday. And I'm running that one, so that's with the same group, out in the open, loads of stuff. I'm writing loads of stuff about the minute. It should be really, really good. It's got some really big combats going on. I'm painting stuff up in the background that I don't want the lads to see on the video. I might pop a few things on. But yeah, that there, got some stuff getting painted up for there. And maybe some flying stuff that breathes, certain spell effects and things like that. But we'll see. But yeah, that's going to be going on. So yeah, and then skirmish. Once I've got the other two armies painted up, we'll be cracking on with skirmish. So loads to come ahead, guys. Really looking forward to it. I hope you join me. One more little shout out as well. It's for Kujin Kiwi. He's one of the first channels I ever followed, and he led me on to Frost and Fist, which is one of my favourite channels. Kujin Kiwi is one of my favourite channels. I just love this. I love channels that are not trying to go like top market. They're just guys sat behind the camera. I love those channels. They're my favourites. And like I love Kujin Kiwi. I can stick on in the background, go back a load of back episodes. Same with Frost and Fists. But he's really close to 300 subs, so if you're not already subbed to him, guys, go give him a shout. He's a really nice lad. So yeah, so that's it, guys. I'll put some stills on at the end. 3 figures, that's a lot for me in a week. But yeah, so I hope you're all okay, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.